Hi everybody, it's Shauna here. Today we're just going to do a really quick and fun kid painting. Now, just because I said kid doesn't mean you can't do it if you're 80 years old or 8 years old. This project I do with a lot of preschool to third graders, but you can add stuff to it to suit whatever you want to do. Now, most supplies you will need, and I'll try to keep it nice and simple. I like to use a piece of press board. It's nice and smooth. It keeps my paper flat so it doesn't start to warp or curl. I use just a regular painter's tape. That way it'll hold it down while the project is being worked on and keep it flat while it dries so that your paper and art project does not have a warp to it. Now today I'm going to be using the Praying watercolors. You do not have to use this. You can choose whatever you have. My kids use a lot of Crayola. And you're going to use an oval brush, watercolor brush, and eventually a Sharpie or a different type of fine point pen. Now to start off, this project, it's mainly teaching the kids about the color wheel. They learn about primary colors, secondary colors, but when I use watercolors, and especially with little kids, I tend to stay away from them mixing it too much on their own. So for today, I'm just going to show you how to do it straight out of the palette. Now, I go ahead and I grab a little bit of red. I'm just going to go ahead, put it on there in a circle, because our project, it's supposed to look like baby chicks / Easter eggs, and how you choose to interpret that is up to you. As I tell my students and my own kids, I am not you, you are not me. Your painting is going to look different, and that's good, because when we go to a museum, nobody wants to see the exact same piece of artwork on every wall. If we wanted that, we would all go to Kinko's and just get a bunch of photocopies. So I got the primaries and the secondaries in order, so red, orange, yellow. I'm coming over here and I'm grabbing green. And the good thing about watercolors is you can go back and you can add different shades and values. If you want it more saturated, go back over it later and add a little bit more color to it. Otherwise, you can take color away by getting your brush wet and pulling the color off. It's up to you. Like I said, every artist is a little bit different. How you choose to do it is up to you. Okay. Now, each oval or egg shape can be different shapes. It can be different sizes. It can be like some of them are popping up, some of them are low. It is up to you. You are your own individual artist. Just because I do it one way does not mean you need to stick with it that direction. I love it when kids add their own little twist and stuff. So at this point, I usually take a blow dryer, or I put it aside and I let it dry naturally. Okay, for time, I already have one that's all dried. From here, what we do is we go in and grab a Sharpie. I use the Faber-Castell Pitt pens a lot. They come in different tip dimensions. It's up to you how you want to do it. And from here, you get to create your own little personal characteristics. We could add a beak looking up this way with eyes. You can add wings, and I can tell that my child has used my pens too much because they're not wanting to work very well. Each individual one is going to be a little bit different, and that's good. It gives personality and character to it. And you can do that throughout the entire thing. On this one up here, which is my example piece, I went in and I added a couple colors of green washes. When it was dry, I added some little scribbled lines for the detail for grass. Each individual one is just a little bit different, and that's what makes it special. This one kind of supposed to look like an egg cracking. I need to add some highlighted areas. It's kind of blends in too much. And this was my 7-year-old's take on the project. He decided each one of his has to be a little bit different. This one has a birthday hat. I was told this one's crying, this one's flying, and this one has a little tiny bow. Because, you know, you have to be different. It needs to be unique. It needs to be fun. It needs to be you. And you need to let your own personality and your own twist show through. So this is a great one for teachers of the early elementary. It's a great way for moms with littles to teach them a little bit about colors. Teaches them secondary and primary colors. It teaches them individuality. It teaches them it's okay to have fun, and everyone's is going to be a little bit different. All right, thank you.